All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're pivoting past the stunning visual renderings of the proposed site, and we're zeroing in purely on the financial why behind this project. We're going to pull back the curtain on the actual mechanics of the Sorsogon Eco Resort Marina and see exactly how the math works out. Okay, let's dive into this. There are essentially two massive, overarching questions we absolutely have to answer today. Why Sorsogon, and why this specific eco model? I'm going to break down the actual numbers that make this a truly unique investment opportunity, getting right past the shiny stuff and straight down to the core of the financial realities. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, the financial vision. Second, Sorsogon's market gap. Third, the eco premium advantage. Fourth, investment protection and diligence. And finally, number 5, the final verdict. All right, section 1, the financial vision. Instead of hiding behind dry corporate jargon like capital expenditures, let's just look at what it actually takes to get this thing off the ground. The source data shows a projected initial phase cost of $22 million, and a huge chunk of that is allocated straight towards sustainable energy grids, advanced water filtration systems, and low-impact coastal foundations. Honestly, understanding a project's financial reality shouldn't require you to be a CPA. It just requires clear, accessible numbers that map directly to the real-world build. We want to know what the money is actually doing. And here, it's literally building a self-sustaining infrastructure capable of operating completely independently from the local grid. Moving on to Section 2, Sorsogon's market cap. Now, when you break down the nearby competitors, a pretty glaring void pops up. The region currently pulls in over 500,000 tourists every single year, which is huge. But right now, that's supported almost entirely by standard mid-tier hotels and basic accommodations operating at roughly a 65% occupancy rate. But get this, there is zero supply for luxury eco resorts. None. This market gap isn't just some theory, it's a measurable reality that represents massive untapped revenue. There is significant, proven demand for high-end coastal tourism in the province, but virtually no infrastructure to actually capture the premium segment of that market. Which brings us to Section 3, the Eco Premium Advantage. Let's put this into perspective. The standard daily hotel rate for the surrounding region right now hovers around $85 to $100. However, the projected eco-premium daily rate for the Sorsogon Resort, that jumps all the way to $450 per night. Because look, sustainability isn't just good PR anymore. Modern travelers are actively seeking out and gladly paying a 300% premium for genuinely sustainable luxury. These eco-features directly translate into a premium offering, and that allows not just for those substantially higher daily rates, but it also drives a projected 80% year-round occupancy, making the whole business model significantly more resilient. Okay, before we dive any deeper into the spreadsheets and the data, let's take a quick breath. The pristine coastal and marine life of Sorsogon. I want to do a quick pattern interrupt here, because getting bogged down in heavy technical details can overwhelm anyone. This marine beauty, this totally untouched nature, is the absolute core asset of the entire project. It's exactly what those $450 premium rates are paying to experience and protect. All right, focus refreshed? Let's get right back into the mechanics of the investment. Section 4. Investment protection and diligence. So, to make sure this all works, the development team executed a ridiculously strict multi-step verification process to basically build a fortress around the capital. We're talking comprehensive environmental impact assessments completely signed off by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. We're talking rigorous land titling checks to ensure absolute legal clarity on the coastal parcels, plus formalized partnership agreements with the provincial government of Sorsogon itself. The heavy lifting homework is already done. These steps actively de-risk the venture well before a single shovel even hits the dirt, making sure the project is legally sound and environmentally compliant from day one. And that leads us to Section 5, the final verdict. If this strategic market gap and the eco-premium advantage makes sense to you, well, your immediate next step is to request the full prospectus for the Sorsogon Eco Resort. That document has all the goods, the granular spreadsheets, the complete environmental reports, and the in-depth architectural vision that we've honestly only just scratched the surface of today. I'm going to leave you with this one final crucial thought to really chew on. Are you ready to capitalize on the future of eco-investing before the broader market catches on to Sorsogon's potential? Because that severe market gap is sitting right there right now. But a luxury void like that, it simply won't stay empty forever. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today, and I highly encourage you to get your hands on that full prospectus to see the numbers for yourself. Keep learning, keep analyzing, and I'll catch you next time.